It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody.
And tonight, we'll see the Chicago Sky as they go up against the Dallas Wings.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz.
You know, it's always interesting to match up the offseason expectations with the reality of a new season.
That's what's so great about this league from a fan perspective, right? There's always something to look forward to, no matter where your team is.
Well, both teams here, they're excited about the possibilities, and that can mean anything from developing young talent to winning a chip.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Wings off the tip.
Here's Harrington. Here's Willie. Smith.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Agumbawale.
A skilled shooter from outside the arc. Agumbawale is someone that loves getting space to take these shots.
Here's Court Queen.
McCowan with the rebound.
Here's the Wings with the ball. It's a three-point game.
In a league of tall players, 6'7" Tierra McCowan still stands out.
And it's not just about her height, it's about how she uses it. Entering the 2024 season, McCowan has the best career rebounding percentage in league history.
Now here's Vandersloot. To the paint. Here's Court Queen. And that comes off the assist by Courtney Vandersloot.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates on the same page.
Here's Willie. Smith left side.
Down low.
And it's Carrington missing.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy, because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Good on the bucket.
Well, if there's somebody open on the court with the same jersey on, Vandersloot will find her incredible court vision.
To the inside. Here's McCowan. Drops in the layup for 2.
And look how well she let her in there with that pass.
On offense, here's the Sky. Inside, here's Court Queen. Lays it up and banks it in.
Don't need much range to hit from that distance.
Here's Willie. Pass to Carrington. Smith with it.
Outside, Agumbawale. Offline with the 3.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Looked good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Good work there as it goes.
She always knows where her teammates are going to be, and she'll have that ball there waiting for them.
Now here's Carrington.
Here's McCowan. And a miss there on the triple.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
And how about Chicago in that 24 draft, taking Angel Reese 7th overall?
We're talking about a player who averaged a double-double her last 3 years in college. But maybe most importantly for the Sky, Reese brings attitude, leadership, and gives them an identity. She put on a rebounding clinic right there, and I hope some people were taking notes. Boxed out strong and went right up for it.
Court Queen, that's good.
And now we see them really working it inside.
Yeah, getting quality looks around the rim. That's fueling this run.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McCowan. They can't stop the run with that one. Chicago leading. Pass to Vandersloot. Davis. Here's Court Queen. Lets it go from the wing. And there are the Sky with another bucket.
A few more points added to the lead. they might be ready to pull away.
It wouldn't surprise me with as good as they're looking at the moment.
Absolutely right, Brian. They're looking really strong.
Now here's Agumbawale. Watches it. And another miss by Dallas. To the middle. Here's Court Queen. The shot good on the assist by Ariel Atkins.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. Just phenomenal ball movement.
Everyone's looking for the best shot, and it's paid off during this run.
Here's Agumbawale.
Here's Willie.
Vandersloot defending. Pass to Smith.
Here's Willie.
Shoots over Vandersloot. And another miss by Dallas.
The shot was there for her. She had to take it. And I don't care if she didn't convert. She should take it again next time.
And here's Court Queen. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
Their offenses come together immediately. They're threatening to run away with this game.
I can't imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they can even come close, look out.
Yeah, to pick up and keep this offensive pace would be insane.
The first quarter concludes and a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Sky out in front. They lead by 13. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, not exactly a neck-and-neck game, but as the second quarter starts, there is plenty of time for a comeback. And for the Sky here, they've been putting on a show for us.
It's simple. Not much has gone wrong for them offensively.
Very few bumps in the road as it's been an easy ride for them.
Outside Reese. Screen by Cardoso.
The rebound by the wing.
Sometimes she could hit that deep three, but it's really not a great look for her. Not a very well-advised shot.
No, no. I mean, even for her, that's too far out.
Harris can't hit. Here's Banham.
The rebound by Segrist.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that.
She's got to just use her head because that was a terrible choice.
Screen by Hines Allen.
There's Agumbawale with the three. Jefferson pulls it in.
And after a fantastic rookie season, Mariah Jefferson has bounced from team to team.
She finished second in the Rookie of the Year voting back in 2016, but since then, she's played for about half the league.
Pass to Harris. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter.
The three, Maddie Segrist.
Drills the three-pointer.
And if you leave anyone that wide open, you're just asking them to punish you, and they did there.
Here's Banham. Shoots over Agumbawale. And once again off the mark by Chicago. Quarter two, and we're about 2 minutes in. And it's blocked by Rebecca Allen.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that one.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over. Chicago with the ball. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. And the ball out of play, the Wings will have it.
That is such a careless pass. You got to keep your head in the game.
Here's Willie.
She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Screen by Segrist. Here's Willie. Smith.
She's guarded by Court Queen. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
And this Dallas franchise once represented the city of Detroit, and that's where they won 3 championships.
Yeah, joining the league in year 2, 1998, they enjoyed lots of success in the Motor City. But then they moved to Tulsa in 2011, and then to their current home of Dallas in 2016.
Pass to Smith. Just 4 to shoot.
Here's Willie.
Jacks up a 3.
It's hauled in by Court Queen.
Now here's Williams. Inside. Here's Court Queen. Count it. And she's now 8 of 9 from the field.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area, just dominating down low.
And obviously, that's something the defense has to address.
Pass to Segrist.
Rebound Chicago.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason they have absolutely just controlled this game.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative for sure.
And it started out with the rebounding. It sets a tone.
Dallas with the ball. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Ogunbowale, good.
Just like all the best guards, the elite guards in the world, Arike Ogunbowale finds ways to score inside.
And Allen gets it to go.
Superb assist. She was crafty, creative, and the ultimate teammate on that play.
Pass to Segrist.
Hines Allen.
Screen by Segrist. Here's Willie. Smith left side.
Over Court Queen. Smith, no good.
Credit the D there. Got in her face, got her hands up, made sure she was not comfortable on the release.
Yeah, stayed very tight on her. Didn't allow her the space she needed to get a good shot off. I just love that effort.
Dallas with the ball. Trailing by 19. Ogunbowale with it. She has 5. There's the 3. The shot comes out. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. It's this guy up 19. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
29.
And welcome back as we begin the second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, but anything can happen. And you look at Court Queen, what a contribution.
Quite simply, she's been terrific. This is just what they need from her.
And a double-double in just one half of basketball? You can't ask for anything more as a coach, teammate, or fan. Of their last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is smash-mouth basketball, guys.
Yeah, they're really imposing their will offensively and getting exactly the kind of looks they want.
Ogunbowale from long range. Rebounded by Davis.
They've shown some strength in the paint. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly, guys. They've been absolutely dominant.
Great play to sacrifice her body, take the charge, giving up her body for the team.
And really a heads-up play as well. Reads the play nicely and gets in the perfect position.
No doubt about it. Arike Ogunbowale is one of the best scorers in the league.
Oh, you know, one of the big reasons is she plays a lot. She's in excellent shape. She led the WNBA in minutes played in 2023. That helps. And the other thing that I think that she does at an elite level, she gets the line so much. Arike is always applying pressure to the defense.
They really want to find that igniter here.
That's right. Their offense is ground to a standstill.
Maybe you need to suit up, Tim. They need a spark. Shot's good by Smith.
Oh, look at Smith showing off a little bit of range. She's good at going after those three-point opportunities.
Pass to Davis. Now Court Queen. And we're just about a minute and a half into this third quarter of basketball. Davis, that's good.
They've been very sound offensively in the second half.
And there's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
And you kind of wonder what was one team talking about in the locker room and what was the other.
Screen by Smith. Agumbawale from long range. Chicago with the rebound.
Some of the shots she's taken today have been absolute head scratchers. She's out there playing like it's a game of horse, and it's not.
Reese inside, covered by Smith. Vandersloot outside. Launches a three. Good on the triple.
Still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
A challenging stretch for Dallas here. Here's Willie. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game.
Yeah, I mean, she has been way off the mark this quarter. It is getting rough.
And that 2023 season for the Wings was their best season since moving to Dallas in 2016.
I mean, it was their first winning season, first playoff series one. They had a top 3 offense, played a fast pace, giving those loyal Dallas fans an exciting year.
Outside Agumbawale. And that doesn't go either for Agumbawale. Pass to Vandersloot.
Now here's Court Queen. Now Reese. McCowan defending.
Outside Atkins. Lets the three fly. Can't hit that one. They're really on back foot at this point.
Yeah, at both ends of the floor. Things are just not going their way.
Here's Willie.
Vandersloot defending. And there it is.
That's a good look. That is a good look. And she'll make that one most of the time.
Time called here. The Sky decide to talk it over. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Banham. Here's Allen. The three is up. The shot that time not on target.
Even without that 3 ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, and McGee's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off.
Got her with the pump fake, just couldn't finish. Down low. Here's McCowan. Another shot.
Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso.
She's killing them with her poor shooting.
Here's Vandersloot. Dallas with the rebound.
Boy, she shredded the defense with the patented crossover, but simply could not convert.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and game clock.
Screen by Stigras.
Harris off target with the three. Here's Allen. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
3 points.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Sky out in front, running away with it. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. Welcome you back as we get going into the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Outside Charles. Pass to Hines Allen. Harris. Here's Ogunbowale. Puts up a three. Buries the long-range jumper.
What a score. Ogunbowale is a primetime threat to shoot off the catch.
Onyenwere with it. Williams inside. Hines Allen's there. And here's Banham. Shot clock at 6. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
She's had an off game, but her team has been able to pick up the slack and get it done here today. She picks her out brilliantly with that feed inside.
For all the success Ogunbowale has had in the WNBA, her heroics at the college level still really stand out.
Absolutely. Her buzzer beater to win the national title in 2020 is a magical moment. And it was no layup. We're talking about a fadeaway three with the defender all over her.
And the Chicago Sky winning their first title back in 2021.
Yeah, but since then, they've lost almost all of that title team roster. They lost in the first round last year, and now they're retooling with some major draft picks this year. It's a new era for sure.
So it's Dallas now. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Well, things are finally coming together for them. The deficit is still pretty big, but at least they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and facing that kind of deficit, they're going about it the right way. They're getting aggressive on defense, getting stops, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end.
At least now they're playing good basketball.
And one thing about this Chicago team, they play hard, they play with effort.
They have such a great mindset. It's a tough one. They don't give up anything easily. And that starts with their young bigs. They set the tone. If you're going to play this Sky team, you are in for a battle.
Williams inside, covered by Hines Allen.
They grab their own miss.
And Williams gets it to go.
Crash the boards with purpose right there. Some hard-earned second-chance points.
Outside Charles. Pass to Ogunbowale.
They get it again.
Hines Allen can't get it to go.
Now here's Allen.
Guarded now by Ogunbowale. Here's Banham. The bank shot, no good.
She can't get anything to drop. And the way she's going, it's probably not something she should try to shoot her way out of.
And I'm sure her teammates would agree with that. You know, the last thing they want to see her doing is shooting it more.
Pass to Allen.
Onyenwere.
Now Banham. This one for three. Hines Allen pulls it in.
Well, the team has gotten it done here, despite her play here in this game. Still not getting a bucket. Can you believe that?
Look at that move. Is she special or what? I love watching her operate inside.
Now here's Onyenwere.
Banham. Pass to Allen.
And here's Onyenwere. Cardoso with it. Covered by Segrist.
Here's Banham from the arc. And she's good on the three ball.
How about that for a response?
We'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
It's turning into a three-point contest.
And the Wings call time here. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
Pass to Smith. McCowan.
Foul called that time on the way up, and that'll give her 2 chances at the free throw line.
Team foul.
Working her way to the line. Credit to McCowan for drawing contact.
Tiara McCowan. 2 shots.
She's off on the first.
And you look at the ratings for women's basketball in general, and man, they're exploding.
Well, of course, Caitlin Clark and her team in college shattering records back in her college days. I think we'll continue to see that happen in the W.
Well, the 2024 draft was by far the most watched of all time. So, yeah, it's an exciting time in the league.
It's Kia Nurse on the wing, covered by Harris.
Nurse with the bucket.
A very nice rhythm to her shot. Nurse is not someone you want to start hitting threes. They can come in bunches when she gets going.
Outside Charles. Harris. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in this fourth quarter.
Siegrist misses.
Here's Chicago now.
Pass to Onyenwere.
Now here's Court Queen.
McCowan defending.
Court Queen with it. To the inside. 5 on the clock.
Now Onyenwere.
Here's Court Queen. The rebound by Harris.
Siegrist right side. McCowan.
To the paint. Got a piece of it. Now Williams. Pass to Nurse. Now here's Court Queen. Williams with it.
Now here's Onyenwere.
Court Queen.
McCowan defending.
The three-pointer is on target.
When you have a taller player who can shoot from distance like she can, it's such a huge bonus.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Obviously, McCowan's 6'7" size helps her down low, but she also has a little host of ways to beat you in some nice touch.
Pass to Nurse. And here's Court Queen. Nurse outside. Basket good.
She is feeling it, shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
No problem for Chicago as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says an awful lot about this team.
Yeah, Blake, I guess they don't need home cooking, like, you know, you're cooking from your mom, to feel at home. Just a masterful performance all around for them.
And that's a wrap, everyone.
The shots were falling, but you also stuffed the stat sheet, getting a rare 20-20 game in the process. Can you tell us about the difficulty of that?
You know, there's definitely skill involved, of course, but some of it has to do with the flow of the game, the matchup, a little bit of luck, honestly. It's just all wrapped into it. Everything just has to come together perfectly, and that's why it's so rare.
Well, getting 20-20 often indicates a player had leverage in at least 2 areas of the court. How were you able to use that leverage so effectively?
You know, I really think this particular matchup just worked in my favor. I was able to get a lot of open looks on shots. Other than that, just using my court awareness to the best of my ability and getting a little help from my teammates.
Thanks
It all
so
came
much.
together. Thanks.
Thanks.